Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and what an odd story. Folks, we're going to be talking about the fact that football legend, quarterback icon, Joe Montana is at a Malibu residence with his grandchild and his wife. And again, the details of this are so sketchy, so unbelievable. I'm just going to tell you what I actually know, and it's not a lot. Where some woman, apparently a 39-year-old, I believe they're reporting, comes in and tries to steal their grandchild. Joe Montana then wrestles the infant away. Wow. Talk about the thing of nightmares. Now, many of us are extremely detached from the fact that things like that often do happen. And I remember, especially in the 80s, in the mid-80s, when I was under 10 years old, and the milk carton kids were everywhere. And America's Most Wanted was becoming like the big thing of going after criminals, and they were talking about these child abductions. And I used to have nightmares as a kid. I specifically had one recurring dream where we were I lived down in Dutchess County. We were in the South Hills Mall, with my mother. It would change a bit every once in a while if you've ever had these as kids. But the running theme was we would be in some kind of a store, and usually it would be like, not so much a toy store, but one of the stores that kind of had everything, like an FYE type of thing now, or a Best Buy, but smaller. And an old woman would come and start talking to me, and then all of a sudden I would, out of nowhere, would be in a net being dragged away by this woman, trying to scream for help but not being able to talk. That's the kind of fear that used to be instilled into children to stay with your parents. And parents, I remember it was a big thing back in the day in the 80s and even early 90s where they had kids on leashes. Not anymore. That kind of went away. But what didn't go away is the fact that this stuff does happen. This does happen. So I want to take this opportunity to not only talk about that, but talk about the real numbers of child abductions in this country and why it's a real problem, and not phony numbers, not made up numbers, not misconstrued numbers, but to show people that there are facets and levels to this type of child abuse, basically trafficking of human beings, children amongst them, for various degrees. It's complicated, and we're going to get into it. And I'm going to also take this opportunity to talk about the Franklin scandal. If you haven't read this book by Nick Bryant, or you haven't read the John DeCamp counterpart, this is the documentation section. You know how some have a big bibliography? I'm telling you right now, this is a must-read to really understand everything. We're going to come around to that. We're going to just talk about some of the more recent operations that have rescued abused children. And then we're going to go to your questions and comments, so get them in now. You know how we do it. We go down the line, and we're going to do all the questions and comments. But the way you can support me is in this Ask Me Anything, and we're going to go here first as Super Chats. If you want to leave a donation of anything and leave a comment, that's how you skip the line. We're fully demonetized here. This is how we do it, $5, $10, $15. It does mean the world to me. It's 5.5 months now. 4.5 months since we've had the channel reviewed. No one's touching it. All the docs are free. Check them out. Thumbs the video up now. Subscribe and share. Remember, in the playlist sections, right here in my documentaries playlist section, you can get them all for free. Rockfin, another great way to support me. I'm leaving on Wednesday. We're out of here Wednesday. Tomorrow, I get the Penske truck, I fill it up with garbage, I take the garbage to the dump, and then after I take the garbage to the dump, I load that bad boy up, and we're in Iowa. And then from then on, Monday through Friday, we're going to do 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, okay? Every single day, Monday through Friday, live here for free. So make the free account now. And don't miss out. Okay, let's do it. Joe Montana wrestles his infant grandchild away from an alleged kidnapper who snuck into his California home. All right, TMZ Sports is reporting this. Says it happened 5 p.m. Saturday at a Malibu residence. Authorities told the publication that the unidentified woman, 39, crept into the home through an unlocked door. And, a lot of us, including myself, aren't we all guilty of this? You think that you're in a neighborhood where this just can't fucking happen, right? You think you're in a neighborhood where this just can't happen. But here you go. It happened to Joe Montana. This happens. Okay, look at Madeleine McCann. And I know, everybody looks at that and they're like, "Ooh, it's a true crime drama. It's so rare." It only rarely happens to people of privilege and you hear about it. It happens more than you think to poor people or people that don't really care. It's sad. I mean, my goodness. So, I wanted to show just, recently, Operation Safety Net, 35 missing children, okay? This is, come on, CNN. I know you're trash, but goodness. This is Operation Not Forgotten, 39 missing children. These are all in the last month, by the way, okay? And yes, some of these children are being used not only to be sexually abused, but then produce CP. That's real. And yeah, I get it. It's Christian broadcasting news, but they're one of the few people that will actually focus on this. All right. Still 200 missing in northern Ohio alone in this recent rescue operation in the beginning of September. And let's see, we did that one already. And then what do we got here? And I want to show the other side of it. Okay. So a lot of these kids that you don't hear about that don't get rescued, because the number is not 800,000 in the United States. I keep hearing 800,000, 800. It is not 800,000. All right. In fact, I just want to show people some of the key facts. And, we can argue about them later, but it's about 400. It's gotten to 460. Look over the last 10 years. It never gets up to 500,000. 90%, 90+%, at times, are at least come back or accounted for. That still leaves 40,000 plus cases that are very disturbing across the country. Now, you can go to the key facts on this and go check it out. But when you really start breaking it down, you still have a bunch of kids that have no bodies, okay, that are just out and about. And on the flip side of that, okay, a lot of these kids that are runaways, a lot of these kids that are recovered, what do you think they're running away from? I'm not saying every single one of those kids is sexually abused or trafficked, et cetera, but a lot of them, these are kids that are in homes, that are traded into families. And remember, you see systemic abuse in any kind of an organization that has access to children because child predators put themselves in those positions. Whether it be the Boys and Girls Club, you look at Ed Murray, right? The Seattle mayor. Go look into him. He was involving himself with children out of high school. Look at this latest Netflix guy, right? He's going after, 13 and 14-year-old boys or something. And he's a younger guy. But their tastes don't change, you get it? And then you can look at the Catholic Church. And now, when you look at Boys Town, what are you looking at? You're looking at abuse not only through the church, but through these homes and organizations, because kids that have been disregarded, they kind of stick together. And then they use those kids in the grooming process of what? Other kids. And the reason I was bringing this up is because if you look into this, Florida's Dozier School for Boys, a true horror story. Yeah, those are, man, those are crosses for kids because they went further than just abusing them there. They were murdering kids. I mean, you want to talk about some dark stories that aren't out there. That's some of it right there. Okay? Take a look. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. So anyway, there's actually a movie out there that kind of shows these homes. And bam. It's not a high-level trafficking movie. But if you've never seen Sleepers, and it actually presents the church in kind of a positive light because it's not, Robert De Niro, who's the priest that's abusing these boys. They make a horrible mistake when they're younger children. They're put in this home, and it shows how these kids were abused, and what they grow up and do. Go check out Sleepers. I'll recommend it 1,000 times over. All right, get the questions and comments in there. I want to see right now. Actually, I'm going to refresh and make sure nobody jumped the line. Oh, somebody may have left a $5 one right here. They did. Thank you so much, Mark Jason Walker. I do appreciate that, my friend. You got to leave the comments, though. So let's go to these 13 hours ago. Charles says, hey, Jason, keep up the great work. I watch you every day. Safe travels to your new home. Charles, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Gritch, what up, brother? Here's a little help on the move, JB. Hope all goes well and the family gets settled without issue. Me too, man. Again, 26-foot truck. I'm not loving that I got to drive that across the country. Jason, I'm so grateful for your work in exposing the most important issues. I wish I could give more. You rock, Tara. We'll continue to support you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Judith Brock, Jason's the best, hardworking and hitting the truth. Thank you so much. Hey, Teresa. Hey, TJ, I wonder if you're in there right now. I appreciate you. And Natasha, thank you for your support as well. We haven't done one of these in a while. Keep on trucking, brother. Awesome. Thank you, Jonna. All right. So we'll check that back and forth. But for now, let's get right to y'all. Six-string Ronan, what's up? Deep Six, the deep state. Lindbergh would be proud of Montana. That's funny. Lindbergh would be proud of Montana. The Charles Lindbergh baby. There's a lot of controversy on the Lindbergh baby and what was going on there. But I'm not going to get into all that. Let's move that right over. Bam. All right, let's see what we got. Police violence. Ooh, that's a big jump. Dang. Let's see. Oh, I had to delete some troll, I guess. Police violence at yesterday's lockdowns, anti-lockdown protest. Please tell, I don't know who that is, to do proper research. I don't know who that is. I don't know. What are you talking about? Why are you telling me to? Why don't you tell that person? Like, why would somebody tell me that I need to do something? I don't know who that is. Yeah, man. If you're just getting hung up on about loose change, welcome to the party. 15 years later. Hey, Brigade. Is he Hannah's dad? No, he's not Hannah Montana. Ha ha ha, Johnny Nonsense. Good one, though. Thumbs up. Hey, Rev. Holy shiz. That's crazy. What's up, TJ? You are in here. Good. Johnny, I want to laugh, but that's not a matter. Hey, TJ, activate. That's a lot of highs in here. Let's see. Yeah, thumbs it up, guys. America is very bad for child abuse in and out of the home. And honestly, this lockdown has only made it worse, right? Only made it worse. Jason, thank you so much for shedding light on this important topic. I am honestly so concerned about this myself, and I always keep a close eye on it whenever we take the family out. It's pretty crazy. Hidden by F Doom. All right, well, I see what you're up to, Doom. Crazy times. I love seeing people wearing masks. Yikes. It's the worst. Did you see my last LARP on Main Street? Dude, it's awful. It's awful. I can't wait to get out of here. So many masks on Main Street right now. And it's like, what's going on here? And now, again, you know what? I'm going to do this one live. So the outbreak here in Oneonta, the only journalist asking any questions is local journalist Jasmine Allen. She barely scraped it, right? With hundreds of positive cases, how has no student been hospitalized? You know? Oh, it's because it's the younger population. They're not letting any data out there. They're saying 676 positive cases. 8 students are still quarantined on campus. No one's talking about that. We asked why the number of cases reported from the health department and the college haven't matched up. Because the cases were coming in so fast the first week. And we just had time to begin and really look at the data and clean it up a bit. We're finding some duplicated and really trying to determine who's a student, who's related to the outbreak, but not a student, and who's related at all to any of the outbreaks. Remember, no one's here in the hospital. Nobody. And again, Bond says they didn't know SUNY wasn't testing students before returning for the fall semester. Give me a break. Yeah, the public health director in Otsego County didn't know they weren't testing them. And they purposely didn't test them, and then they blamed it on what? On parties without any evidence. So that's the extent of any kind of honest coverage of what's going on in my little town in New York. That was the hot zone, right? Meanwhile, you had literally thousands of people on a bridge 2 days ago, and there's BLM protests going on all throughout the state, people arm in arm, no outbreaks. And they never make that correlation or that connection. So weird how everything's so selective, guys. Just so odd. All right, let's continue on down the line. Let's see. Deep psychological human abuse. The U.S. is awesome at it. Agreed. Mark, don't put links in the chat. Let's see. For sure, TJ. Doom. Too many monsters. Sometimes that's true. Others abduct children for the highest dollar value. Correct. Who is here? Follow Impact Flicks. High Impact Flicks. First of the North Star is real. What is going on? We have moderation. Thank goodness. Yes, sir. Message retracted. Thanks, MF. MF always doing a bang-up job. Oh, by the way, MF Doom, thank you so much for sending me that Tim Dillon clip. He was talking about the Esquire article and loose change and what he thought about it. And I actually sent him the clip of myself interviewing John McDermott, the person that wrote that piece. And I don't know, guys, if you haven't seen me take on the mainstream media, let me know how I did. Tell me if I fared well. Tell me if I'm a champ or a chump when it comes to sharing information and trying to prove my point based on evidence and my counterpoints based on their lack of evidence. Congratulations on your move, Jason. I hope you find Iowa to be a breath of fresh air after New York. I hope so too. I watch High Impact Flips. was in a stable. Demand that for children is high in Malibu, I imagine. Well, don't imagine things. Go and look into them, because in these, I would say these centers for very, very wealthy people, okay, especially in high density population zones, that's where it's the most covered up. I don't know that that's where it's the most prominent, right? But let me give you an example. You look at Epstein, right? He's in Palm Beach. He's in a very rich area. Not everywhere around there is rich. And who did he prey upon? People whose families weren't really watching them most of the time. Not everybody, not all the girls, right? But the vast majority of them, they were kind of wild childs. They were unaccountable. They didn't have money. Listen to the interviews. And that's how they were taken advantage of. So you see that kind of all over the place. So it's really in the suburbs of these areas, that might have this. And again, it can happen anywhere, but I'm just pointing that out. Let's see. I watch High Impact. Podesta. Got to moderate those dangerous comments. No, not really. I just don't like spamming. I mean, I like a conversation. I like to be able to go through this with somebody who's being honest and can add to the conversation, Rev. I don't want somebody just spamming like Trump 2020 or, Burmis is a grifter or, all that nonsense. If you're going to take a point up, I go down the list and I don't censor anybody and I read everything, right? And I give everybody, if you really want to get in there, an opportunity to skip people over, even without the super chat. So if you really want your viewpoint, you can have it. I am for more conversation, but then you also have people that are just going to put the filthiest thing up on the screen. And maybe I say it, maybe I don't, but it's up on the screen. And maybe that's going to cause problems for me in the future with algorithms because it's dropping some kind of nonsense that, obviously is harmful content by YouTube standards. Just pointing all those things out. Let's see. Good to know. Mad Villain is awesome. I agree. He is awesome. Doom, TJ, sup, main. Dangerous content makes dangerous comments. I'm here with the best Doom. NYC is effing crazy with mask wearing, but I love it. Do you, Bakami? Anyone here from NYC? Six String Ronin, yes. Haven't worn it once. TJ, yeah. You're all being watched and monitored, and we'll be going to FEMA camps when the time comes. Thanks, Sander. You're always so upbeat with your trolling. Are you from New York City? He said yes. LOL, FEMA camps, here we come. Six String is a New York. I mean, Sander Cohen, it's just unbelievable. You gotta, again, it's so easy to call somebody a name behind a fake name and a hidden avatar, right? Instead of having a conversation with someone. Like the other day, I showed the evidence of what like real bot accounts look like. They're the ones retweeting each other and liking each other's comments. And often, I don't even engage any of these anonymous accounts, especially the ones that have been created in the last 2 months. You see they're created like in May of 2020 or August of 2020 or even September of 2020. And you know what they are. They're not going to give you, they're anonymous trolls and sometimes the same person and acting like people are coming at for yourself. I like a handshake, looking somebody in the eyes, and having a conversation. Craziness. I got you yesterday, but drives refused to drive until I put a muzzle, and I refused to do it. She kicked everyone out. Where was that? On the bus? Yikes. With the mask thing. Awful in New York City. Rough weekend in Portland again. Yes, it was. Not having many of us will die before that happens. Well, you're living in New York State. Get ready. You're going to be in the first fully vaccinated state, the first COVID-free state. That's what Cuomo is saying it. If you have not seen my video on that, he said China did a better job. China did a better job. That's Andrew Capo Cuomo. My goodness. You're awesome. LA was worse. Sincere. Oh, there's a big old jump. There's a big old jump. And a big old jump. Let's see. There we go. Jason, please tell how wrong he is about supporting a 13-year-old girl being tased for defending her rights. I have a system for... I don't know who... Listen, man. I don't know who the amazing Lucas is. Is this someone I should know? I have a system for avoiding wearing a diaper. Yes, sir, Jason, I told him about loose change, and he hung up. Again, brother, I get it. Like I said, if you haven't noticed, this isn't news to me. Okay? Give me a break. I don't have any system. F everyone who decides not to mind their own business. I almost got arrested by cops in New Jersey for not wearing a muzzle. At High Impact Flicks made a video on me. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, listen, the mask wearing stuff is nuts. Nuts. Thanks, Jason. Glad you got the joke. Peep my funny tweet. I did. Joe Biden said if he's elected, the first thing he'll do is give cuties an Oscar. Oh, Sander Cohen. Always in there. I love your work. Stay effing awesome. Caught you live at a great time. Thanks, Loveridge. By system, I just mean I don't need to go into shops. I have someone for that. I walk the streets and get eyeballs and hisses, but no one says anything to me. Good for you, Sig. I'm glad you've got somebody, because it's over the top with those things. I don't care what you say. Like, I'm so done with not being human, especially with all the evidence, numbers, treatments that are out there. People aren't dying in the streets. Instead, they're packing Walmarts and Home Depots. And small businesses they're gone. Listen, the Black Oak Tavern celebrated its 40th birthday last year here. 40 years. 40 years a bar in Oneonta. Gone forever. Dunzo. Goodbye-ness. See yaville. Come on. Oh, Master Disgustin'. What happened, Mass? Are the cooties fester from North Iowa? Welcome. Hey, Jim. Awesome, dude. I tell people who stare at me for my non-mask wearing to suck my balls. And then do they say present them? Okay, I see. I don't take shiz from anyone, especially bastard cops. It's depressing to see so many dumb people tying up their faces, suffocating themselves. Thanks, Jason. I watch you daily. Appreciate that you use the facts and research. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Deborah. Again, you want research, you want facts. I'm telling you again. This is the book. The Franklin Scandal, a story of power brokers, child abuse, and betrayal. Why? It was so ahead of the curve, even then. It still is ahead of the curve, because most people won't talk about it, period. And you want more high-level child abuse? Because there's plenty of mid-level, low-level procurers, people that are stealing children. Again, Joe Montana wrestling his grandchild away from a woman. This happens in our country. It is real. Okay? It is real. So you want to know about that? So you look up Hassert. All right? You see what the latest revelations on Weiner and his laptop, and the FBI agent that still can't believe that was covered up, that's coming forward. Forget about all the cops that you think are dead that are not dead. You want to know who those cops possibly are, right? That everyone talking about the suit, that's not real, okay? It's not real. There's tens of thousands of police officers in New York State alone. You get it? Okay? So, yes, some of them are going to kill themselves. Not everyone saw that laptop. Very few people saw that laptop. And I would say this, Big Fish at Trey Billion has done the best work in trying to expose who actually did see that laptop, and they know what's on it. Let's see. A case is only a case if medical treatment is undertaken. Very misleading. 4 more thumbs up for the 100. Come on. Yeah, let's get some thumbs up here, guys. Sandra Cohen, I don't say anything you can stare at all day long, film me, but once you open your dirty mouth to address me, I will tell you to F off in a very brutal way. Protesters, riots in the UK over Corona. Really? Right now? We'll do it live. We will do it live. I'm wondering where we're at here. UK protests. It's a day ago, yeah. Clashes erupt. Okay. Roughly. Interesting. Yep, I'll be looking at it. Thank you, Canadian. We appreciate it. It's almost as if they are lying about the whole thing. Oh, I don't let people off easy. I'm quick-witted and employ New York City candor if someone tries to push me. But I more enjoy how people now get out of the way when I walk. They practically run into walls. See, I hate that. I get it. That some people are into that. It's like, hey, you know. Oh, we got a super chat from Patty Weimers. She just donated $5 for the road with your family. Thank you, Patty. You rock. You rock at Liberty Howell. We love you. Jason, you're welcome, brother. Oh, let's see. Let's keep going down the line. Let's go down the line. Whoa. Any free-thinking individual has caught the deep attention by now. TJ, that sucks. I haven't watched the news. I taught my kids to walk past panel vans, but to cross the street. As adults, they still do this. How was the, I don't know what that is, protest yesterday? Trafalgar Square. Oh, I see. There we go. It's way funnier to tell them to, oh, jeez. I only engage if they start, otherwise not worth my time. I chuckle knowing they hate my smile. I wish Dylan used your name. Oh, I don't care. That's fine. We did that original, I think it was an Epstein podcast on the tinfoil hat, and that's how we started DMing each other every once in a while. But Tim Dillon, first of all, super funny, super talented, hilarious off the cuff. And somebody that, mainstream people are into, where he can kind of bring them information. His latest one as a JFK tour guide is hilarious. It's great. It's great stuff. I'm in Canada, LOL. At Jason Burmis, I see you like my content on Twitter, where I get harassed by public employees like, oh, you're the one, are you No Lives Matter 2020, brother? Kids drop dead with masks in Germany. Yeah, I'm always retweeting your stuff. Oh, LOL, right? Anyone here in England? You always on point, Jay? Yes, sir. Thank you. Trying to be. I'm not. Yeah, listen, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Scared kids wear it all day. CO2 levels become doom. Yeah, it's nuts. We need to get past the things aren't adding up mentality. We know that already. It's a hoax. That's why. That we need to do is stop hemorrhaging rights and now focus to reclaim our liberty. You too. I'm from England. What up? Never stop being a douche. Six string. Guys, watch Videodrome. It's a good Cronenberg film and relevant today. Back in the day, Videodrome. Damn. Anthony, what up? Any thoughts on the girl in Ohio who got tasered and arrested for not wearing a mask? Did a whole video on it, Mark. You can go check it out. Yeah, I was extremely upset about that, obviously. Oh, well, thank you, Van G. I don't know how sexy I am, but I like to be as awesome as possible. Although I need to be sexier because I got like no muscles left. It's like barely a bicep at this point. I'm hoping that once I'm in Iowa, I'm going to start taking care of my body a little bit better. Let's see. What happened with High Impact Flicks? Did he post a comment and got censored? I didn't see anybody. I didn't see High Impact Flicks post any comments. I had nightmares about nuclear war and Dark Shadows Vampire. So what Johnny did, you guys in England have a huge turnout. I sometimes practice virtual signaling. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Guys, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. Oh, Van G is sexy. You tell him, Jean Doe. Jean Doe. Gather supplies for sheltering in place for a few days, or bug out with the same provisions packing. Fear is the currency of control. Large peaceful turnout, but police caused violence. Damn. Keep on kicking arse. Crackheads with batons. Hilarious. Guys, I think I'm going to wrap her up. That's what I think I'm going to do. Guys, if you want to support the show, the GoFundMe link is down below. We're going to try to do a couple more videos today. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm very busy right now, obviously packing up, getting ready, and you'll probably see me go dark for a couple days. Obviously, I've got to pack up the studio, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for supporting me. Without you guys, again, we've been fully demonetized here for 5.5 months. I couldn't keep doing this, and I'm trying to do more and more and more. And again, what we're going to do when we get to Iowa, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, live on Rockfin. If you get a premium subscription there, then it's like a Netflix for creators. It's not just like a Patreon where you pay $9.99 and you just get my content. No, you get everybody's content on here. And there's a lot of great content on there on top of that. But the free ones, you'll still get to watch the live show. How awesome is that? We're going to live stream it free. So once it's done, then we'll make it for premium members. So if you miss it and you want to watch it like 2 in the afternoon, you can if you're premium. But then we're going to take little clips and excerpts and then put that onto YouTube as well, kind of the Jimmy Dore model. So, guys, check out the documentary films for free: Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order to Find, and Shade the Motion Picture, all free right here, right now, right here in the playlist section. Make sure you're ringing that bell and just star the damn corner and come back every day. You'll find new content. Love you guys. See you on the flip side.